guys, it's been a while since we made a video for YouTube, but we're coming back to do one. I just recently watched Iraq veteran 8888's How Far Will a 9mm Kill? And I thought, man, that's a great point. We've tried to stress this to many customers before, and it was great that they went out there, produced that video, and showed that, you know, at 440, 450, the 9mm is still penetrating. So what we're going to do is we're not going to remake that video, but it did spur a idea to take the same type of test and put it into a 9mm, but do it with Subsonics on a suppressor. So what we're going to do first, we've got an 8-inch barrel on our AR9. We have our titanium Silent-Ops Suppressor, and we're going to be running LawMan 147 grain Subsonics. What we're going to do first is, we've already got our zero. Let's go ahead and walk down. We're going to be using 2x4s, pine 2x4s. We'll be right here at our pistol range first, and we're just going to put a couple rounds into the 2x4. Then we're going to move right over. We have a double stack of them to see what it does here. Following up on that, we're going to move back to the 100-yard line, and we have Ballistic Gel from Clear Ballistics. And we're actually going to we're going to switch over our optic from our Romeo 5, and we're going to put a Trigicon AccuPower, I think it's a 4 to 16 power scope. I know it's a little overkill for the weapon, but trying to hit Ballistic Gel at that distance, we want to make sure that we hit our mark. So once we get done up here, we'll move back to the 100, we'll go to the Ballistic Gel, and we'll see if the Subsonics are actually giving you a kill at, you know, the 100-yard line. So let's go back and see. All right, guys, so go ahead and hit it. 147 grain, and let's see what they do to the pine. All right, so I had to fire through that first one. Actually hit a little high, you'll see when we get down here. Brushed off my first shot, you'll see. That's it right there. I've seen it scurry across the top. Here's my second two. Check out our penetration. Easily went through the pine 2x4. So let's go back over here. Let's put a couple more into the double stack 2x4. Alright, so here's our two new holes here, and let's check out the penetration on the back ends. We obviously have penetration, so I think we're doing good. That being said, alright guys, so we're back here at the 100-yard line, and got our Ballistic Gel down. Let's see what she does. Got a hit. So we have penetration. It came all the way out the other side, right here. So you have an entry wound here. Man, I barely got it too. Right here on the top, you can see where she came in. And then coming out right here, you can see the line. You can barely see it. Coming all the way through. Exited right here. So you have penetration with Subsonics at 100 yards. That is not a problem at all. All right, guys, so we're up here, round number 2 into the Ballistic Gel at 100 yards with Subsonics. Try to get a more centered up shot. All right. We got another hit. Down here on the low end side of it, came out, and it came out pretty much the same place it came in. It came out almost the exact same place on the other side. All right, guys, so we did the 9mm test, and just to put a little control to the experiment and just to kind of show some variation to it, what we have is one of the Ruger American 300 blackouts, and we've taken the suppressor off the 9mm, put it on the blackout, and we're running subsonic ammo. This is actually Gorrila Hunt solid copper hollow point 205 grain subsonic. So we've already got our 10-yard BZO. Now we're going to jump back to 100, get her dialed in, and then once it's dialed in, we're going to go ahead and put these subsonic blackouts into the same Ballistic Gel as the 9mm. I'm almost certain these are going to do a whole lot more damage. Just give you an idea of what that round looks like. These are pretty nasty little subs. So
I've never actually put these into a ballistic gel, so I'm pretty curious myself to see. So stay tuned and let's shoot some blackout. Oh yeah, direct hit. It might have even curved down and hit the table after it got into the gel. All right, guys, so you can see the entry for the 300 blackout, and it is a much more, here's a good view of it here. It does a whole lot more damage. It actually met up with one of the holes from the 9mm previously over here. Or, can't really tell what that is. But anyway, that 300 blackout, it exited, but it does a whole lot more damage.
I was expecting to see some pedals in there.
Man, those rounds are fantastic. That thing opened up like a drain. So now my curiosity is piqued. I'm gonna go inside and get some Hornady Defense Supersonic ammo that I usually carry in my Glock 19. And we're actually gonna put that same stuff through the AR-9. We're gonna put it in here just to see, you know, kind of the difference between them. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so all this is some Hornady Defense ammo. And we got our 8-inch barrel back on our AR-9. This is simply just out of curiosity. I just want to see what this stuff does on ballistic gel, so let's have a little fun. Man, dead on. Just so you can take a look, kind of the ammo we're using, just some of that Hornady personal defense ammo. And we had an entry right here. It looks like we've still got it inside the ballistic gel. You can see its path going right down next to the 300 blackout. And right dead center down right there is our Hornady Defense all spread out. And man, looks like it'd make a hell of a mess in you, but we didn't over penetrate. That's pretty good, especially at the distance we're at. We're probably only at 10 to 12 yards. So you're not getting over penetration, even with an 8-inch barrel. This stuff it's staying inside of your assailant. So that's a pretty cool test. But other than that, that's all we've got for today. Thank y'all.